Welcome to iGquizio. Want to master English grammar? Learn in English. Find the playlist in the description or first comment.
தமிழில் கற்றுக்கொள்ள வீடியோ விளக்கத்திலும் முதல் கருத்திலும் playlist link உள்ளது.
Start your learning journey today and become a grammar pro. Welcome to this exciting journey into the world of grammar, mastering English grammar. Today, we're going to explore the levels of grammar. Understanding grammar as a structured system helps us communicate more clearly and effectively. Let's discover how smaller units like sounds and words come together to form meaningful sentences and texts. Grammar as a hierarchy. Grammar is structured like a hierarchy, with smaller components combining to form larger, more complex structures. At the base, we have sounds, which form words. Words come together to form phrases and clauses, which then build into sentences, paragraphs, and full texts. A great way to visualize grammar is by comparing it to building a house. Just like a house starts with bricks, grammar begins with sounds. Words form the walls, rooms represent phrases and clauses, and the completed house represents sentences. When we connect multiple houses, we form a neighborhood, just like how paragraphs and essays create meaningful communication. Understanding the structure of grammar improves communication. It helps us speak more clearly, write effectively, and better understand what we read. Mastering these levels of grammar will strengthen your overall language skills. Now that you understand the hierarchy of grammar, you can apply this knowledge to improve your speaking and writing. Keep practicing, and soon, structuring sentences and paragraphs will feel natural.
Language is structured in different levels, each with specific rules and patterns. By understanding these levels, we can communicate more effectively. Let's dive in. Language can be broken down into different levels, each serving a unique function. It starts with sounds, which build into words. Words form phrases, phrases create clauses, clauses make up sentences, and sentences develop into paragraphs. Beyond paragraphs, we have full essays and books. This structure helps us organize our thoughts and communicate clearly. Sounds and letters. Sounds, or phonemes, are the foundation of spoken language. Understanding them helps with pronunciation, spelling, and communication. Let's explore phonemes in detail. A phoneme is the smallest unit of sound in a language that can change a word's meaning. English has around 44 phonemes. Some are represented by a single letter, like T, while others are formed using letter combinations, such as sh and th. Now, let's look at some examples. The M sound appears in words like man and mother. The T sound is found in words like top and water. The sh sound appears in shoe and fish. Notice how changing a single phoneme can completely change the meaning of a word. For example, bat and pat differ by just one sound. Letters represent sounds, but English spelling isn't always straightforward. Take the letters off, in a through, it sounds like roo, but in cough, it sounds like kf. This is why understanding phonemes is crucial for accurate pronunciation and reading. Many English words are not pronounced as they are spelled. For example, comfortable is often mispronounced as comfortable. The correct pronunciation is comfortable. Breaking words into phonemes makes pronunciation easier. To summarize, phonemes are the building blocks of speech. While English spelling can be tricky, understanding phonemes helps with pronunciation and reading. Keep practicing, and soon, recognizing sounds will become second nature. Now that we've explored the different levels of grammar, let's see how much you've learned. Take this quick mini quiz to test your understanding. Phonology deals with the sounds and pronunciation of language. Syntax refers to the arrangement of words to form meaningful sentences. Semantics is the study of meaning in language. Great job on the quiz! Now that you've got a solid understanding of grammar levels, let's move on to the next exciting lesson.
Welcome to this lesson on words, the essential building blocks of language. Words carry meaning and serve different functions based on how they are used. Let's explore their role in communication. A word is the smallest unit of meaning in any language. Every word plays a specific role in communication. To understand how words function, we classify them into different categories known as the parts of speech. Words are categorized by their function in a sentence. Nouns name people, places, or things, like dog or happiness. Verbs express actions or states, like run or is. Adjectives describe nouns, blue, happy, while adverbs modify verbs or adjectives, quickly, very. Pronouns replace nouns, he, she, it. Prepositions show relationships on, in, under, and conjunctions connect words or clauses, and, but, or. Finally, interjections express emotions, like wow, oh, or oops. Words can change their function depending on how they are used in a sentence. For example, the word light can be a noun in turn on the light, but it becomes a verb in light the candle. Understanding word functions helps us use language more accurately. To summarize, words are the foundation of language. They are classified into parts of speech based on their function, and some words can change their role depending on how they are used. Mastering words and their functions will strengthen your communication skills.
Welcome to this lesson on phrases. A phrase is a group of words that work together but do not contain both a subject and a verb. Understanding phrases helps us form more complex sentences and express ideas more effectively. Let's explore different types of phrases. A phrase is a meaningful group of words that lacks both a subject and a verb. Phrases function as single units within sentences, helping to provide details, actions, and descriptions. There are different types of phrases, each serving a unique function. A noun phrase acts as a noun, such as the old book. A verb phrase contains a main verb and auxiliary verbs, like has been studying. A prepositional phrase starts with a preposition and gives more details, such as in the park. Let's look at an example. In the sentence writing a letter is therapeutic, the phrase writing a letter acts as a noun. This is called a gerund phrase, where a verb in its ing form functions as a noun. To summarize, phrases are important building blocks of sentences. They add detail and meaning without containing both a subject and a verb. Mastering phrases will help you write and speak more fluently.
Welcome to this lesson on clauses. A clause is a group of words that contains both a subject and a verb, forming a complete thought. Clauses are the foundation of sentences, helping us communicate more clearly and effectively. Let's dive into the different types of clauses. A clause is different from a phrase because it contains both a subject and a verb. Clauses help us build complete sentences. There are two main types of clauses: independent and dependent. Clauses are divided into two categories. An independent clause expresses a complete thought and can stand alone, like she laughed. A dependent clause does not express a complete thought and cannot stand alone, such as, because she was happy. Let's look at an example. The phrase, because I'm tired, is a dependent clause. It doesn't express a complete thought. However, when we add an independent clause, I'm going to bed, we create a full sentence. I'm going to bed because I'm tired. To summarize, a clause is a group of words with a subject and a verb. Independent clauses can stand alone, while dependent clauses require support from an independent clause. Mastering clauses helps in writing clear, effective sentences. Before we move on, let's quickly test what we've learned about words and their roles in sentences. Try to answer these questions, it'll help reinforce your understanding. Let's go. A word is the smallest unit of meaning in a language, as it carries a specific meaning. An adjective describes a noun, such as blue or happy. Here, light functions as a verb because it shows an action. Great job! Now that you've got a good grip on words and their functions, let's explore how they come together to form sentences. Let's dive in.
Welcome to this lesson on sentences. A sentence is a complete thought that contains at least one independent clause. Understanding sentence structure helps us communicate ideas clearly and effectively. Let's explore different types of sentences. A sentence is a group of words that expresses a complete thought. Every sentence must have at least one independent clause, meaning it contains both a subject and a verb and can stand alone. Sentences come in different structures. A simple sentence has one independent clause, like birds sing. A compound sentence joins two independent clauses with a conjunction, such as I cooked and she cleaned. A complex sentence contains an independent clause and a dependent clause, like although it rained, we had fun. A compound complex sentence has multiple independent and dependent clauses, as in I'll drive if it rains, but you can bike. Sentences can also be classified based on their purpose. A declarative sentence makes a statement, like the sky is blue. An interrogative sentence asks a question, such as is the sky blue? An imperative sentence gives a command, like close the window. And an exclamatory sentence expresses strong emotion, for example, what a beautiful sky. To summarize, sentences are essential for communication. They can be classified by structure, simple, compound, complex, and compound complex, and by purpose, declarative, interrogative, imperative, and exclamatory. Mastering sentence types will improve both your writing and speaking skills.
Welcome to this lesson on paragraphs. A paragraph is a group of related sentences that focus on a single idea. Well-structured paragraphs help organize thoughts, making writing clearer and more effective. Let's explore how paragraphs are built. A paragraph is made up of multiple sentences that work together to develop a single idea. Whether writing an essay, story, or report, paragraphs help organize information logically and clearly. A strong paragraph follows a structure. It begins with a topic sentence, which introduces the main idea. This is followed by supporting sentences that provide explanations and examples. Finally, a concluding sentence wraps up the paragraph, or transitions to the next idea. Let's look at an example. The topic sentence is "My father loves to fish." The supporting sentences provide details about his fishing trips. The concluding sentence connects the idea by explaining what happens after his trip. This structure keeps the paragraph clear and focused. To summarize, paragraphs help organize thoughts into clear, logical sections. A well-structured paragraph contains a topic sentence, supporting details, and a concluding sentence. Mastering paragraph writing will make your communication clearer and more effective.
Welcome to this lesson on larger structures in language. While paragraphs help organize individual ideas, they also connect to form longer pieces of writing or speech. Let's explore how paragraphs come together to create essays, books, and conversations. Paragraphs don't stand alone, they combine to form larger works. Whether in writing or speech, connecting multiple paragraphs allows us to develop complex ideas, stories, and arguments. Let's break it down. An essay is made up of several paragraphs, all focused on one theme or argument. A book consists of multiple chapters, each contributing to a broader topic. In conversations, sentences and ideas connect naturally to build a meaningful dialogue. For example, an essay about exercise might have an introduction, body paragraphs, and conclusion. A novel about friendship is divided into chapters, each building on the story. Conversations flow naturally, with speakers responding to each other to form a complete discussion. To summarize, paragraphs are the foundation of longer texts. When combined, they form essays, books, and conversations, allowing for deeper storytelling and discussion. Understanding these structures helps us become better writers and communicators. Time for a quick quiz. Let's see how much you've learned about sentences and paragraphs. You've got this. Let's begin. A sentence must have at least one independent clause with a subject and a verb. A compound sentence joins two independent clauses using a conjunction. A topic sentence introduces the main idea of the paragraph. Exclamatory sentences express strong emotion. Supporting sentences provide details and examples to explain the main idea. Great job! You've mastered the hierarchy of grammar, from the smallest sounds to full texts. You've learned how words form phrases, phrases create clauses, clauses build sentences, and sentences connect into paragraphs and larger texts. This knowledge will make your writing and speaking clearer, more structured, and more powerful. Keep practicing, you're on your way to becoming a grammar pro. Think of grammar as a toolkit. The more you understand the tools, the better you can build and fix sentences. Learning grammar is a journey, not a destination. Every mistake is a chance to improve, and every step you take makes you a stronger communicator. Keep practicing.
Thanks for quizzing. Like and subscribe to IG's Quizio for more.